Hey guys! I'm Jody and this is my friend Bailey. And today we're here to tell you about switching schools and moving away from your friends and how to do it and how to tell your friends.
And how to handle it yourself.
Yeah. The reason why we came up with this video is because I just moved yesterday from my friends and it was really hard to tell them and it's really hard for me and for them. So, yeah. And she's moved from her friends before.
Lots.
So
I have experiences with telling people that I'm moving and how to handle a new situation.
Okay, so first we're going to tell you how to tell your friends because that's a major thing. Like, you don't just want to disappear from your friends. You want to tell them and you want them to know,
that you're still going to be their friend even though you're not around.
So the way I told my friends was I told each one personally. I told my bestest friend first because she's the most important one. And so I just pulled her aside and told her. And so.
Well, the only person I really had to worry about telling was my cousin, but she already knew I was moving, which she still didn't handle it well, but she kind of knew my situation of why I was moving, and she knew that when I moved that I would have a better life and a better school year than where I was.
And it's really hard to leave your friends, but you just have to think you're moving for a reason. There's always a reason for everything.
And if they're your friend, then they'll keep in contact with you and see how your new school's going. See if you miss them, or if you miss your old school, or do you like your new school better.
And I think moving is a good way to see who are your true friends, because only true friends will keep in contact with you. Will blow up your phone and hey, how are you? What are you doing?
Because I have one of those experiences. I lived in Colorado and I met one of my best friends there in 4th grade, and 11 years later, she's still my best friend, and I talk to her every day. So.
And dealing with it is hard, but you just there's a point where it's sad, but you just have to move on. You can't dwell on the sadness. You have to know that your friends are still going to be there for you. Know that if you move back, they're still going to be there. They're not going to oh, you're back. Bye. You just have to trust your friends to still be your friends.
When I go to my old school and I walk in the door, everybody's all excited, running, jumping on me, seeing how I am, how my school's going. That's how I know that they still are my friends and they still miss me when I'm gone after 3 years of moving away.
Some ways, because there's a lot of people who move away from their friends every day. So, and some of them, they don't know how to keep in contact other than texting or calling. Well, you can Skype, you can FaceTime. There's ways around moving. There may be distance between you, but there doesn't have to. It can feel like you're still with them, even though you're not.
And visiting them on your spring breaks, any break you have, will make them feel that you still care about them too, and you're not just moving to get away from them.
Yeah. And if you tell your friends that you're going to keep in touch with them, you better, because I had friends move away that say, "Oh yeah, I'll keep in touch," and they don't. And that hurts because you thought they were your friends. So you just have to keep your promises and keep in touch with them. And like Bailey said, visit them. Visits are important.
Now, switching topics, how to deal with a new school. Well, when you go on the first day of your new school, you're going to feel weird, like you don't belong.
You're going to feel like everyone's looking at you.
Just be who you are, and if they don't like you, then they don't have to be your
That's their
friend.
problem.
Find people that like you for who you are, and don't try to change yourself.
If you have to, if you have to change to be someone's friend, then they shouldn't want. Then you shouldn't want to be their friend, because you should want to be you with your friends instead of who your friends want you to be.
And if some of you are like me and really shy and scared to talk to people, let them come to you and have them find out who you are.
And I think that's also a good way to know if they're going to be good friends. Because if they come and talk to you, that means they want to get to know you. They want to know who you are. They want to talk to you. They don't just want to, like, I don't know. But if you go and approach them, it's kind of
like,
weird,
oh, you're
because
trying to step into our group,
yeah,
and
they may feel like intruded. So I think it's better just to have them come talk to you, because then you know who's your real friend, who are going to be your friends, and stuff like that.
And don't be afraid to put yourself out there and join a group. Like, I play basketball. My first year, I was hated because I kicked off. It was my freshman year. I took a junior starting position on basketball. She hated me that whole year, and then she became my best friend. So,
Yeah,
put yourself out there.
don't be afraid to try new things just because it's a new school. Like, new schools are for new beginnings. Like, if you wanted to try something at your old school but didn't have the guts to do it because you knew everybody, try it at your new school, because you don't know anybody, so they won't care.
There's not going to be anybody judging you for something that you are new to because they don't know if you've done that before.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of anything at your new school. Just walk in, keep your head up high, and be like, this is my new beginning. It means a new life for me and new friends that will help me through my life.
And, like, don't be afraid to ask someone for help. Like, if you get lost at your school, don't be afraid to go out to a teacher, a student, someone, and ask for directions, because I know a lot of kids that do that, that don't do that, and so they don't make it to their class, and then they get in trouble for that. So it'd be better to ask someone than to get in trouble for not being in class. I think that's all. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask us about anything, put them in the comments, message us on Facebook, comment on one of our posts on Facebook. Our Facebook link will be in the description. Add us on Snapchat.
And if y'all have any other suggestions that you want us to talk about, put them below, and we'll try to talk about them as soon as we can.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.